Now, this isn't fun or sexy, but I can guarantee you that it will make you millions. Welcome back to another video from the Brown Bezos himself, Adil Chowdhury. Well, today I've got a video that might rub a few of you the wrong way. Not in a weird way though. Get your head out of the gutter, you sicko. I mean, it might just shake up everything that you thought about succeeding online. After I brutally red pill you on this, you're going to struggle watching another business video ever again. The illusion will be shattered. So, what the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about the critical mistake of copying what's working. That sounds crazy, right? Let me explain what I mean. Take something like dropshipping, for example. The idea being that if you could only pick the right product, you'll become rich overnight. Which, of course, gets taken to the absolute extreme as people brought spy tools to try and steal each other's winning products. That was what was working, at least at that moment in time. Eventually, enough people showed the same ad to the same audience, and then the product was called dead or too saturated. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of people got very rich by following that method of what was working, but they never really had an actual business. All they did was promote the hell out of each other's product, and if they stopped making money. How many repeat customers do you think they had, especially after some Chinese product arrives 4 weeks later with no branding? A few years later, when Facebook ads started to get more expensive, many of these people then jumped ship to whatever the next shiny object was. This is exactly why I say you shouldn't copy what's working. Trends come and go, which is exactly why I recommend you copy what works. Notice how I didn't say what's working right now, but principles that worked in the past work now and will continue to work in the future. Let's go back to that e-commerce example. First of all, people are buying more stuff online than ever before, so saying that dropshipping must be dead is stupid. But instead of copying what's working, you copy what has always worked. One of which is building a list of customers and selling them more things. This used to be done with physical mail. Now it's text and email. This would also force you to look after your customers because you're relying on selling them more stuff. Now, you don't even need to make a profit on the first sale because you know that you can make it up later. Eventually, you'll have a big list of customers and you won't even need to run ads anymore because you can spend 10 minutes writing an email and making a couple of $1,000s. But you've also got a real business that you can have the potential to scale and sell for a big pot of gold in the future. Now, let's leave that example behind, like my dad did to me when he went to buy some milk. Maybe you want to sell a service and not a physical product. You could copy what's working right now, which is probably something to do with AI. Not a bad bet at all, by the way, but what if you offered something that's always in high demand and will always be? That way, you're safe, even if some sudden change in technology or legislation makes your talents with AI less useful. The easy way to find out what skills are always in demand is to see what was being sold 50 years ago before the internet even existed. And one example is writing ads. Don Draper from Mad Men was getting paid the equivalent of $500,000 a year for being good at writing ads, and that was in the 1960s. It's a skill that will always be in demand if you're talented. Just use your noggin and I'm sure you'll be able to figure something out. But something real quick that I want to say as sort of a disclaimer. I'm not saying that you can't get rich by jumping on trends. Many people do. If you're able to identify and exploit current trends quickly, you can see it as a skill in and of itself. You know, I've done it myself in the past until the trend died. But if you want to take the risks out of business and make sure you succeed, then stick to the timeless principles of the stuff that just works. Now, this isn't fun or sexy, but I can guarantee you that it will make you millions. Anyway, enough of my psychotic ranting. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give me a clap. That's a comment and a like for the algorithm, please. It helps me to radicalize more beginner entrepreneurs into my evil cult called Empirely, the all-in-one platform platform for all the software tools and the training that you'll ever need to start a profitable online business and take over the world. You'll also get free weekly coaching by myself personally. So go ahead and sign up for a free trial now at empirely.com.